Hey guys, welcome back to another Epic 7 video. Today we'll be analyzing the Guild War meta and providing insights on what teams to use, how to beat certain teams, and yeah, generally just what to use against the current meta and my opinions on it. Please like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm. Yeah, as most of you already probably know, Veritas succeeded in their rank 1 Hall of Fame plus rank 1 Guild War tournament. So yeah, we officially won the Guild War tournament against Palladia. That's a really hard fought war, and yeah, GG's to both guilds. I'll be showing where are some of the current meta defenses, I guess, or the meta defense that I'm running in my defense and what I used for majority of the Guild War tournament. I mean, obviously except for Mir, she is like new, so she was only used in like the recent week, but we slotted her in with any other opener. So first off, we have like the most prominent and annoying team to deal with, since there could be so many different variations and different builds. It's Renak, Arnel, and Notos. So for example, mine is my Notos is 248 speed on Warfare with 50 crit, 175 crit damage, 28k HP on Holy Sack. So he's really fast and they have to kill him twice unless they bring like an anti-revive. So fast Notos is always pretty annoying to deal with. I am also running a Renak on speed pursuit set with a lot of attack at 300 speed. And I'm running a slower RNL at 280 speed with high damage and a little bit of effectiveness to see if I can tag people who are lazy and don't put enough ER on their character, as she gets 50 effectiveness and she gets 30% of 280, so it puts me above 100 effectiveness, so it's possible for me to tag people. And then I'm just high damage on pen set, and Violet Talisman to give me more attack plus evasion. And this team is really annoying because there aren't that many good offenses to like scout it. What we used in Veritas was the Barunka Nurse Yolha Lethe comp, but that is like insanely hard to gear. Like I can't even gear it properly to scout it, so like I can't use that comp. But what we mainly used was like a really fast Lethe with like 20k HP or higher. Like I'm talking about like 305 speed or even faster than that. And then you have a Nurse Yolha that's out of speed RNG range that will push up Lethe after her first turn. And then Barunka is just in front, that tanks everything for us, and she's on reversal set on POV. Holy Stack, sorry. And yeah, basically that's what Veritas used to scout this comp, but most people cannot gear that. What other guilds have used that I've seen to scout it is like what Palladia used was Zio with Queen's Whistle on Brigida and Hakade. So that's a team that Palladia used to scout it, which also wasn't that safe either. Yeah, the main issue is RNL Renaknos has so many different build variations that you can trap for. Like, for example, the Lethe comp can be trapped easily if Renak pushes back the Lethe after Bunka dies. Also, and then they have a really fast Notos, and then Notos S series and you just lose. Another common trap defense is like Arnel on like Bastion. Oh, no, sorry, not Arnel. Notos on Bastion of Perlucia or Holy Sack, and Renak's full tank on Victoria's Flag, and Arnel's full tank on either the Crescent or like Proof of Valor, and basically that traps like the Zio cleave. So it's like a not the one Palladia uses, but some people scout this comp with like Zio, Harsetti, Ludwig, and if your Ludwig misses the S3 or the Renak and Arnel like tank the S3, then they take their turn and then you basically lose from there. Another offense that people used to scout this was Estelle, Apoc, and Ruel. Basically, since Notos is just only punching Apoc, you can make your Apoc pretty tanky due to Estelle's mitt, and she just helps you tank and injure down Notos, and Ruel can revive some stuff if necessary, but that's also easily trappable. So there's like a lot of variations of this RNL Renak Notos comp that people ran, and there's also a lot of traps you can run to like trap different scouts, as there's not really definitively a really good scout. one scut that we used really often before the tournament was outspeeding their RNL with ours, right? It's not really reliable because sometimes you can still be in speed RNG range, and we're only running RNL plus an imprint on our fastest people. So it was like RNL, Watcher Shuri at like 280 speed, and then like Commander Pavel. So your RNL would like S2, S3, and then that would proc Caval, and then your Watcher Shuri would push up, shoot the RNL, and then Caval S3. Sorry, no, other way around. Caval S3 extincts notos, which pushes up Watcher Shuri that's on Sasha, and then not Sasha. Shuri shoots RNL, and then you win from there, right? But like even that can also be trapped. I've seen people. Well, it could have been like gear gap, but I've also seen people lose with that comp, and also you can just get outsped and lose. So it wasn't really the best. But yeah, it's enough talk about this really annoying comp to fight. We have next other new characters that have been released. So RB, Oddblade, Ludwig, and Fumir. So first I'll go over this, I guess. So I mean, Ludwig is just a very annoying unit as well. So he S3s, he gives himself this Dawn buff, and basically every time he S1s, he does an extra attack which consumes all your souls and does extra damage based on it, and it has a chance to stun. His S3 gives block plus silence, which are really annoying debuffs to deal with. He can be on a variety of ranger artifacts. Guiding Light to give himself stealth so he can't be hit. There's like Awakened Leaf that pushes the unit in the back. His own artifact gives them souls. There's just like infinite really good ranger arties that he can run. So some people ran him on like top speed, so he goes first. Some people ran him slower, full tank or full F. There's again a lot of different variations, which is why it's kind of annoying. Same thing with RB, right? RB got buffed and he kind of changed the guild war defense meta. He's like super annoying to deal with. You can build him lifesteal, you can build him riposte on Decrescent or Decrescent on anything, to be honest, as long as like you dodge, you have a chance to counter attack. You can build him super tanky on riposte, you could build him damage riposte, you could just build him fast opener RB, you can build him like DPS RB mid speed. There's like infinite builds and also infinite artifacts you can run as well. So it's very, very annoying, and due to his like 70% evasion passive that he starts with, well, it's not even a passive, the buff is undispellable, so he just has 70% evasion no matter what, and then like even if you seal him, if he S once, he ignore ER transfers the debuff, so it's extremely annoying. And he revives, gets his buff again. Just insanely obnoxious unit in guild war defense. As well as like having infinite build variations, right? So during the tournament we used, or at least I used, Obed Ludwig, RB plus any opener. I've tried like Blue Lua, ML Pera, Red Sigret, anything that can be annoying and contest speed, right? Because they don't know if you're Ludwig's top speed or if your opener's top speed. So for example, now I've switched to Fumir, and I have her on her own RD, so she can push up after my opener Ludwig goes, and then she's just high F, mid speed, and just bulky. And this is really annoying to deal with because she just takes away the front unit for the battle, right? So it's just insanely annoying to deal with. So yeah, I mean, the solution that we used most of the time against like RB Ludwig is, well, our solution to that honestly was just outspeed the Ludwig, because he's not that high base speed, right? Like he's decent, but like you could just, with our faster people, you could just straight up just outspeed him, right? Like 301 on my top speed. I'm not fast, but like 301 is pretty slow. Like his base speed is really low, so you can just pick your fast people and outspeed them. I mean, then you have to take into consideration what the other opener is, right? If it's a like really high speed opener, then obviously you probably don't want to race it like that. But it really depends on what the third unit is. But a lot of times you can just bring like, I mean, Tori is really good into RB, but you have to be careful, right? Like if you're hiding your Tori behind like a lady, if he's on photogenic plus like some other characters with extra damage and stuff, can really like knock out your Tori. So I mean, it really depends on which third unit is here, but yeah, that's mainly the defense that we used during the tournament. But yeah, my final thoughts on the current PvP meta in Guild War, at least. So it was already kind of very obnoxious when Notice came out. It was not impossible to deal with, but it was very annoying to fight Notice. Like there were so many comps. Like before Estelle's release, a lot of the comps that you brought would die to like a Notice dual attack or something like that, and it was just really not fun. And then RNL, the next bombshell that came out after Notice, or the next ML5 rather, and she also kind of completely disrupted the Guild War meta. Like, first of all, being the fastest character in the game now, and then her kit also, she just does everything, right? Strip on S2 and S3, defense break into like an extra attack. It does like way too much damage. If you land that defense break, you basically like one shot any tank. And then your S3's AoE strip into fear. And I mean, her kit is just extremely overloaded, and pairing her with Notos in the defense just made it extremely obnoxious to deal with. There was not really any solid compositions you can run safely without it possibly being trapped for, which made it really annoying to deal with. And then Fumir also just came out, and RB also got buffed not recently, just I guess a while back. RB got buffed. He also became an insane menace in Guild War defense with all the different variations he can do, plus like these counterattack artifacts for pause set. Just a bunch of annoying things to deal with. Him doing like insane amount of damage to light characters, so you can't even like tank it most of the time. Very, very obnoxious. And I guess I'll talk about Fumir a bit. I mean, we haven't really had much of a chance to encounter her in Guild War, I guess. She's only been out for less than a week. But being able to take away just one character seems extremely annoying, extremely powerful. We did use her in one attack actually, specifically on like a stronghold in the war against Palladia, where we took away their notice because their nose was in the front, so that was pretty helpful. But yeah, I mean, I don't really think she's that strong in defense, because we could just put some character like Christy in the front in our attack and just sack Christy, right? But in offense, she could be useful, and definitely probably pretty obnoxious in RTA. But I'm not an RTA expert, so I won't really comment on that. But yeah, thanks for watching.